What's the park manager's favorite type of music?
I don't know what.
Swing? All right.
That works. Yeah.
Thanks. Welcome to ClackCo Works, chats with the people who make Clackamas County work for our community. I'm Dylan Blaylock with Clackamas County Public Government Affairs. I'm here today with Tom Riggs, who is Parks Manager of Clackamas County. That is a cool job, doing all things parks for Clackamas County. I'll start out the conversation just by mentioning we are not talking about the North Clackamas Parks and Recreation District. That is totally separate. We are talking about just the regular Clackamas County Parks system. Tom, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you. You do have a cool job.
I do.
A unique job among the county employees. That's great, managing the parks. So give us an overview of the county park system as a whole. Maybe how big is it?
Yeah, so Clackamas County Parks has 16 parks and 4 undeveloped properties. So we're just shy of 1,000 acres all told, distributed over about a 400 square mile service area. And we serve 1.4 million visitors a year.
That's a lot, probably most in the summer.
Mostly in the summer, yeah. But we do have some good off-season usage as well. And we have camping, 232 campsites, and serve about 13,000 camp air nights a year.
Wow.
So a lot of camper in our parks. That's at 3 of our park properties that have camping. Not all of them do.
Right.
We have 7 boat launches. We have a marina that holds 100 boats. We have a golf course that hosts about 50,000 rounds of golf each year. So those are kind of the numbers on the system.
Is that Stone Creek?
Yes.
Golf course?
Stone Creek Golf Course. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of campers.
And you mentioned, we're not North Clackamas Parks. We're kind of the rural, unincorporated parks. So we're kind of fit that niche between city parks and the wilderness areas. We're kind of that bridge.
Yeah, and our county parks are really all over because you get some, south of, I think, Molalla, right? And then, they're a lot along the river, obviously, the Clackamas River. And somewhat
Sandy River, Deep Creek, Clear Creek,
and some over by Canby and Wilsonville. Okay,
yep,
great. So what are the really popular parks in Clackamas County? I've heard we have a big 4.
Yeah. Our big 4 parks are Barton, Eagle Fern, Farrer, and Metzler. And so Barton Park, near Boring on the Clackamas River, has RV camping, tent camping, day use areas with picnic shelters, playground, boat ramp, kind of a full service park.
Okay.
And it's also a very popular spot for put-ins and takeouts for floating stretches of the Clackamas River.
Right. That's the one that's associated with the big float, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So Eagle Fern Park is day use only. Sort of very different atmosphere. It's old growth trees up in the hills on the creek, and great place to cool off in the summer in the shade of the trees. We have an A-frame picnic shelter there. It's very popular with weddings and family reunions, that sort of thing. But definitely feeling of out in the woods there. Farrer Park down near Molalla has 20 campsites, all paved with water and electricity, and all the campsites are nestled up along a creek on the backside of the campground.
Nice.
And then the main park, the day use area, is along the Molalla River, so a very popular spot in the summer. Some good swimming holes there.
Great.
And then Metzler Park, we have RV and tent camping. We've got a disc golf course there. We've got some hiking trails, picnic shelters, a ball field. And, one of the comments that we get about Metzler Park a lot is that it feels like you're way off in the woods. People are like, it seems like it should have taken me 3 hours to get here, but it's just right in our own backyard.
That's nice. Pretty serene then?
Yeah. Right. Very, very wooded, very sort of isolated feeling campsite for something that close to home.
Great. And the disc golf course is used a lot?
It is, yeah. Right. In the winter, it's a full 18-hole disc golf course. In the summer, it shrinks down to 9 because some of the holes go through the campground.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So we have to shut that down to a 9-hole course when we're campers.
Wow, so it's more open during the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, so those are the big four. What are some other sort of hidden gems of the parks, like some just neat places that maybe a lot of people don't know about?
Exactly. Yeah. I want to do a shout out to Wagon Wheel Park. It's maybe not that hidden because it's right along Highway 213. Might not even look like much of a gem, but I got to say it has, I think, probably the best swimming hole in the county.
Okay.
So very popular in the summer. Great spot to get on the Malal River, and just a really cool little swimming hole there.
Nice.
In terms of our hidden gems, Madrone Wall comes to mind.
Sure.
Which is named for the madrone dotted basalt cliff that bisects the park.
Right.
And 100-foot high cliff with about 100 climbing routes on it. So very popular with rock climbers. It's considered one of the premier climbing destinations in the Portland area.
I've been there. Doesn't it also have that certain parts of the year peregrine falcons that nest there?
It does, yeah. Yeah, and so it's closed during nesting season.
Right.
But then opens up in the middle of July for climbing.
Great.
And for those who don't enjoy climbing straight up a rock face, we've had the Trail Keepers of Oregon and Madrone Wall Friends Group built a new trail.
That's right.
So there's now a hiking trail that gets to the top of the bluff. It's not an easy hike. It's still very steep, but it gets you up there and you can enjoy the view without having to climb.
Yeah, and it is high. It's real high.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Another one, if you are looking for flatter trails, Barlow Wayside out near Brightwood, up off of Highway 26. We've got a mile and a half of hiking trails there along Little Joe Creek with, picturesque footbridges crossing the creek and some just very nice wooded feel there. It's also there's a natural area on the south side that gives access to the Sandy River. And there's a connector trail that leads to the Bureau of Land Management property next door, which is home to the Sandy Ridge mountain bike system. So a very popular spot up there.
Great. Yeah. All right. So what are you mentioned, the boat ramps and we have the marinas. What are some of the any other sort of unusual amenities that people can find throughout our park system?
Yeah. We have new to us is walk-in camping.
Okay.
So where you park your car in a main lot and you carry your gear in and go off into the woods and camp. Mm-hmm. So we've got walk-in sites now at Metzler and Barton Park. Mm-hmm. We have also at Metzler, we developed some van life sites for van camping or camping in a rooftop tent, kind of that vehicle camping area. So that's in the Metzler Meadows at the same spot where the walk-in sites are, but those are paved parking spots, nice and level, so good camping opportunity there. And then we have what I think is probably a first in the industry as far as we've been able to find, is we have dedicated hammock camping sites. We took an old picnic shelter and converted it to hammock campsites. So you actually string your hammock between the uprights of the picnic shelter. Mm-hmm. And so you've got a roof over your head, so you're covered. Yeah. But you're still camping open air and have a partial view of sleeping under the stars. Yeah. If the weather cooperates.
Oh, that's great. Where is that?
That's at Barton Park. Mm-hmm. And we have 6 of those sites.
6 of those. Yeah. Okay. So hammock life.
Yeah.
That's great.
Exactly.
All right. So I do want to touch on briefly how funding works for the parks, because we like to talk about where funding comes from, the topics that we have. So where does parks get its budget from?
Yeah. County Parks budget primarily comes from park fees. Mm-hmm. So parking fees, camping fees, and shelter rentals, those are big ones. And they make up almost half of our operating budget. Mm-hmm. We don't receive any local tax dollars, no general fund. So we're funded through a combination of our park fees. We do get through the state RV fund. We get money to help operate the campgrounds.
Right.
We have money from our county forestry program, which operates 3,200 acres of working timberlands.
Right.
And when we do timber sales, proceeds from that come to help fund parks.
Okay.
We have a marina that we own and operate. Actually, we own and we have someone operate for us.
Yep.
We have
the golf course.
Which again, we hire someone to operate. Yeah. Both of those provide revenue for us.
But there's so just to be clear and to point it out, there's no, when people pay property taxes and it comes to the county, none of that goes, the percentage that we keep as a county goes to the general fund, and Parks doesn't pull from that at all.
Nope, none of
Right.
that.
So none of the property tax dollars go to that.
No system development charges, no property taxes, no levy, no bond. It's all,
That's great.
For our capital budget, we do get grant money. So the Oregon State Parks lottery dollars, we can apply for grants through those. So sometimes when we're building new restrooms or new campgrounds, we can get funding there. And, there's other grant funds that we go after for specific projects. But for our basic operating, that's how we fund it.
That's great. So I guess in a nutshell, what do park staff do? And how many people, you're the parks manager, how many people work under you both regularly and seasonally?
Yeah.
And what goes on?
We have 7 full-time employees and 20 temporary seasonal employees. It varies each season, but that's our number on paper anyway.
Right.
And our staff are true generalists. In addition to answering questions, helping check in campers and that sort of thing, our staff are also, cleaning the bathrooms, repairing broken water lines, directing traffic. We're, fixing buildings. We're doing the accounting and the paperwork that's all required for compliance, landscaping duties,
Right.
You name it.
So like Jack and Jill's of all trade.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's across the board. And we just take care of everything that's needed. I mean, when you think about it, a park at full capacity is kind of like a small city. You've got thousands of people there, and they're all relying on your water systems, your power systems, your sewer systems, and all of those are maintained to some extent by our rangers out in the field, and trying to manage that many people and all of their waste and all of their needs, and trying to just run a small city for every weekend. And then they go home, and then the next crowd comes out.
What do you wish that people knew? What do you wish that Clackamas County residents really knew about either the park workers or the park system that maybe they don't?
I think the thing that I would most want people to know is that our team is very mission focused. They believe in what they do. They live this work. There is, we're overworked and under-resourced like a lot of parks departments, but there is no one on this staff who is just phoning it in or has given up. Everyone's given their best to help people have fun. That's ultimately our job. Is we want to create a place where people can come and refresh and rejuvenate and connect to nature. And there are a whole myriad of studies about the social and economic benefits, mental health, physical health of having parks and of people using parks. And what our team does is they just do their best to host all of those things and help people to enjoy themselves, have a good time at parks.
Yep, that's what I found about Clackamas County government as people. It's always people trying to help and who are dedicated to the community. So that's great. One last question for you. I'm just curious, what's your favorite spot? What's your favorite spot in any Clackamas County park, just personally?
One that comes to mind that I forgot to mention with hidden gems earlier is, I don't know if you've ever been to Will Hoyt Springs. It's a county park down south of Molalla. And it is, it's got a very small parking lot. It's only serviced by a porta potty. There's no restroom.
Right.
But it has just beautiful park-like grounds. It's the site of an old 1800s resort, most of which is not still there, all burned down. But what is remaining is the mineral springs that was the central attraction. So Will Hoyt Springs, popular tourist destination back over 100 years ago. And the spring is still there. There are some elderly local residents who swear that their key to a long life is that they're drinking that water every day. And you get there. There's no cell service, which at times can be a blessing. It's fairly primitive, but it's just this beautiful, serene spot in our park system.
Awesome.
And highly recommend a visit.
All right, great. I'll do that. Tom Riggs, Parks Manager for Clackamas County. Thanks very much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.